Jay, how are you supporting her mentally, physically, you know, emotionally? How are you um, assisting her? How? What are some of the things that you do to support Tabitha?
So I knew going into this how she was very scared. Um,
Hmm.
and so going into each treatment, so I knew she had six. One of the things that we, um, me and some of her family, we tried to do is before each treatment, we tried to give her a little fun surprise. Um, Luckily, with her being a runner and um, a true crime podcast listener, her idols and her like celebrity, um, the people that she looks up to are not so famous that you can't reach out and touch them. So I was before each round of chemo, I would email someone. Um, uh, One of her favorite runners is a long distance runner by the name of Dean Karnassus, and he has a book called Ultra Marathon Man. Uh, we've met him a couple times at different events. So I emailed him and let him know, hey, this is happening. Would you mind autographing or sending an autographed copy of your book? Which he did, sent me, like he overnighted it within a day and a personalized inscription to her, good luck, you know, so that was amazing. So we did that before one of her treatments. Like I mentioned, she's a big fan of a podcast called True Crime Obsessed, and one of the hosts is um, just a hilariously flamboyant man. I was able to email him, and he sent her like about a 2-minute video, just in his all of his goofiness, just wishing her well, and you know, it was truly a personalized video to her in the character that he plays on the podcast, and it was just amazing. We also had, for one treatment, my mom set up a PO box for, and we published it on different social media sites, and I think we got over 150 different cards and letters and notes of support and like Starbucks gift cards, and all these people just, one of the small blessings that came out of this is you learn that people who you thought were on the periphery of your life and you didn't really interact with, they step up more than some of the people that you really expect. And that was one of the things that happened, is all these people just poured over and just showed her so much love and attention that um, for that one. Then there were a couple other ones where we did simple things like um, we just decided, between what was happening with her, our daughter, work, all the other things, we just keeping up with the house was too much, so we splurged on like a house cleaning service as like a gift to ourselves for making it through the halfway point. And that was more mentally uplifting. So we did certain things like that throughout the courses of the treatment to help lift her spirits. Lots of visits from friends and family. They would, like I said, we were living about 5 hours away from our home, so they could come out for treatments and help take care of her. One thing that we did for our daughter, Tab's treatments were in 3-week intervals. So after the first 2 treatments, we learned the first week is she feels really, really sick, really tired, really worn out. The second week, she started feeling a little bit better, and usually by the 3rd week, she was almost back to normal with how she felt. So what we did was we printed out a calendar that we put on our refrigerator with the dates of treatment, and then the next week would be in red, and the next week after that would be in yellow, and the following week after that would be in green. So for our daughter, she would know when we were crossing off the days, this is a red day, mommy still feels bad. I'm going to dad for my needs. We'll do that stuff. And then when it's yellow and green, that's when I can start playing more with mommy, and we can go for our walks, and we can go out and do other things like that. So that's kind of how we structured the support during those treatment areas.
Did you find that doing something like that, obviously it probably was tremendous help to your daughter. Did you find that doing something like that also was of help to your wife, to Tabitha?
She's an organization freak. She's a list person. She's an organization person. So when this was happening, there's not much you can control. But by doing things like that, it helped her feel in control. Like, this is something that I can do. This is an active step that I can